Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Masters of the Universe Filmation He-Man Mini Bust Paperweight. That's right, Icon Heroes is now producing a line of mini busts based on the cartoon series He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from Filmation. It's the famous cartoon series from the 80s that we all grew up with, and for the first time ever, we're finally getting some cool little collectible statues based off the way the characters appeared in this cartoon. So let's check out this first release, which was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. The He-Man mini bust just comes in this all-white box, which has this black line work of He-Man on the front, along with the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe logo on the lower portion. Both sides of the box also have another piece of line work depicting He-Man as he appeared in that cartoon series, and then the back of that box just gives you a description of the mini bust paperweight within. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this mini bust outside of the packaging. Sculpted by Joe Amaro and the Four Horsemen, this Filmation-style He-Man bust stands roughly 10 inches tall from the bottom of the base all the way to the tip of the battle axe that he's raising up over his head. The base below He-Man there is sculpted in the style of one of the towers of Castle Grayskull. It's all done in the same solid color green with a nice brick design all the way around, and the Masters of the Universe logo at the bottom of the front. Then above that tower we have our He-Man. Now, again, this is based on the way he appeared in the Filmation cartoon series. And for the most part, I think the sculpt does a really great job of bringing all of the details of that character from a 2D animation into 3D form here in this bust. Sometimes it is a little weird seeing something translated from an old cartoon into a 3D model like this, and for the most part I think it was done really well. I think the design of his hair and the look on his face is all perfectly captured, and all of the colors on this guy are very bright and vibrant to really bring that animated look to life. You'll see he's got the brown-orange belt and the wrist gauntlets there, and that bright gray chest harness with the red He-Man emblem right there on the front. Now, added to all of that little detailing there are a lot of little black lines. You can see all these lines kind of outlining his muscles on his chest and on his arms. You can see the same things on his neck and his hair along his back. And I believe the attempt with those black lines is to kind of help bring that animated look to life on this statue. I will say that I'm not sure I'm really digging those black lines. I don't hate them by any means, but I think the statue would have looked just fine without those. Now, this particular version of He-Man is actually holding aloft his battle axe as opposed to his normal power sword. That's what makes this particular version the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. He's holding the battle axe above his head, which looks a lot like the version we saw on the classic action figure. Also exclusive to this version is the fact that his shield is on his left hand, another nod to that vintage toy. Now along his back there, you'll actually notice that the power sword is sheathed. I think that is a really nice touch here. The fact that they went the extra mile to add the sword to his back is something really cool about this that I really love that they did. It's definitely something that they didn't have to do, but I'm so happy that they did. And it's really great just looking at the sword there, you can see it's definitely got that very Filmation look to the design of it. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Here's this new He-Man mini bust standing alongside some of the previously released mini busts created by Four Horsemen Design. That way it just gives you kind of an idea of the difference in the scale between these and the huge difference in design between them. And here's the new He-Man mini bust standing alongside both the vintage He-Man action figure and the Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man action figure. So there you go guys, there's a look at the brand new Filmation He-Man bust from Icon Heroes. I think it's really cool that we're finally starting to get collectible statue pieces based on that classic animated series. It's the cartoon that I grew up watching, and I'm so happy that we are finally getting merchandise based off that specific cartoon, something we've really never had before now. I think this He-Man bust turned out really great, and my only real nitpick being the little black lines, but again, it's a very minor nitpick. Overall, I think this is a really cool display piece, and I'm very happy to add it to my collection shelf. Now, if you missed out on picking this guy up at San Diego Comic-Con, the good news is that he is actually available for pre-order right now through Action Figure Express. Or if you'd rather have the normal version, which is holding up the Power Sword, you can also pre-order that version as well. Both of them can be found at www.shopafx.com. Until next time,